greatest saga of all time is coming to the big screen in spectacular 3D.
Hello, welcome to Premier Scene. I'm Claire Bueno. As the Empire descends upon us, the Empire Leicester Square, as a host of celebrities travel back to a galaxy far, far away as they attend the UK Gala Screening of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, in glorious 3D. Hello, Anthony. Honour to meet you. We've grown up watching you, C-3PO.
You're very sweet. Yeah, I've been doing this for 37 years now. Isn't that scary? And I can still do it, still fit in the costume.
You look amazing.
Oh, thank you very much. You look pretty good yourself.
Thank you.
Say so, of course.
Thank you very much. And what does it mean to you being here today?
Well, for me, you know, each film has been a completely new experience because when we're shooting them, so much is added in post-production after we've left the set. So each one has become a big surprise. Oh, look, I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't know that was in the scene. I didn't know that sound effect was going to be there. But here, it's a genuine... It's going to be a surprise for me because I haven't seen any of it at all. I hear great things from people who weren't sure if it was going to work because there's so much development of 3D from a film that wasn't made in that medium. So there's been hours and hours, months, years of work to make it this way, and apparently it's paid off.
It's really funny. I'm saying my children are so excited to be here and see this film. I'm like, I'm so excited!
I bet Daddy's more, isn't it?
I know, so embarrassing. So embarrassing, but I literally am so excited. I've been excited all day, butterflies.
What does it mean to you, the Star Wars films?
I don't know, do you know, it means being a child. It takes me back to my childhood. So then when you hear that there's a film I can go and sit it in 3D, I'm back being a child. I'm so excited. I'm 11 years old, I'm running around shouting, I'm going to see Star Wars, I'm going to see Star Wars. And that's pretty much how I acted today.
And yeah, is the 3D really important to you? Do you get immersed in it?
I think we've got a 3D television at home, so we really get into it. If we put a 3D film on, we close even if it's during the day, we close all the curtains, make the couch into a bed, and we sit there and we watch a film. So we really, me and my two girls, that's how we behave.
How you doing? How you doing? All right. Hello, gang.
Hi.
How's things?
We're all good and we're all excited, but I don't know anything about these films. This is my first foray into Star Wars.
You are joking.
No.
What childhood did you have, Lucy?
Very good one. I was really deprived.
So have you seen any of the Star Wars?
I haven't seen it, but I know. Oh no.
So what are you expecting then?
Leo, what are you expecting from Star Wars?
Don't know.
Do you do any great moves from Star Wars?
No.
Don't you do a special noise or something?
No.
You don't do your kung fu?
No.
Yes.
So
You've all been saying, is it may the force be with you?
It certainly is. And it's a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
Some of the best lines in film.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? After the film, then chat to me. Interview me after the film and I'll be like, wow, that was a 3D amazing.
Your father.
Say that again.
Luke, I am your father.
How do you know that, Kitty? Because you're my child and I've never shown you Star Wars.
I know, it's a bit... You gotta get with it.
Gotta get with it, Mum.
Experience the wonder.
You refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the force.
Somebody like George Lucas as well, who's such a visionary when it comes to technology.
Yes.
If anybody can make this happen, it's him.
Absolutely. George actually did change not only the technology of the film industry, but the way we actually enjoy films now. He brought so much new stuff. Back in 1976 when we filmed it, and none of us understood what he was talking about. We all thought, who is this weird American? And look what happened. He believed in his story, and we came along with him not really believing. Boy, were we wrong. Now I believe totally.
I mean, there is a subject to his tenacity, isn't it? It really is a film.
It's an object lesson in don't go with the naysayers. If you really believe what you're doing is the right way to do it, just put your head down and go for it.
The excitement.
You believe it's this boy?
The force is unusually strong with him.
Looking forward to seeing it in 3D today.
Nah, definitely, because it brings out a new dimension to it, you know. Especially because it's a movie I already know so well. It'll be interesting to see the different characters brought out in a different form, you know. So it'll be good.
What were your particular favourite characters?
Han Solo. Han Solo all day. I'll say it in every single interview I do today. Han Solo is the man.
I'm excited about tonight. Are you excited?
I'm excited. I got the T-shirt on, you know. So I got the old school one, but.
So what's endeared you to the Star Wars films?
Do you know what? I'm a Star Wars fan. Since when I was little, I remember just watching them all in one go. And I kind of maybe had a little thing for Han Solo back in the day. Unfortunately, he's not in this movie. But it's just the whole franchise, everything about it. George Lucas, like, he's amazing in what he did, and just to carry it on now. And now we're going to go back to Episode 1 and work ourselves up again. So I'm really excited.
The adventure.
At last, we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last, we will have revenge.
For you, playing C-3PO, what was it that endeared you really to playing him?
Well, originally I was made to go to a meeting about 3 blocks up from this theatre in Soho Square, 20th Century Fox. I didn't want to meet some man about a sci-fi movie. Why would I do that? I was a serious actor. And then on his office wall was a painting, a two-dimensional painting of this really rather sad or rather forlorn character, looked a bit alone. And the eye line just connected with me. And
that's up to you as an actor then to animate it and make it your own.
And that's where George and I differed a bit. He wasn't sure about 3PO talking on, hello, I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations. He was thinking of a sleazy Bronx car dealer, but he forgot to mention it, so I just went on again, R2-D2, where are you? And he tried to change my voice over a 2-month period, but eventually he got me over to Hollywood and I put my voice on, and that's the way 3PO is.
Well, that's really nice, because then you have really made it your own, haven't you?
Yes, and had I not done that, I wouldn't have continued, you know. If it was taken away from me, I wouldn't, why bother? But 3PO is 3PO. It's not me, he's not the costume, he's not the voice. He is actually 3PO.
Oh, my.
This February, experience Star Wars like never before.
And there's obviously a lot of choreography within the films as well, with fight sequences and stuff. Is that kind of something that you take into consideration and watch, obviously coming from a dance background yourself?
I think with choreography and staging, you appreciate. I've worked on films and I've worked in television, so I know how hard it is and how hard they rehearse. I mean, I have friends that choreographed Catwoman that Halle Berry was in, so you know that for 3 months you go in a dance studio and you work on character, you work on fight choreography, and that's pretty much it. For me, it's amazing, more so than for someone that's just watching it as purely as a spectacle. I'm watching it thinking, how did they do that? The manoeuvres and how it's choreographed. So yes.
It's build up a great rapport then with the actors that you're teaching.
Such a great rapport, and really friends that live in LA, you know, you become really close with someone because it's just a one-on-one basis. So it's not like a lot of people around, like a director, a first AD and all that. It's just you and the actual stars that actually do it. So yeah.
To get that energy, really, yes. Isn't it?
Yeah. So, it's amazing, and once you get them and you vibe with them, you kind of you find that you talk about other things. You have a lot of stuff in common, so yeah, you build a relationship.
Pleased to meet you.
Hi,
Hi,
I'm
very well. Sorry, I nearly squeezed your hand today.
It's okay. It's this one that's broken. Don't worry about it.
Well, you've been in a few sort of cult classics yourself. Are there any of those that you'd like to see come to 3D?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I hadn't even thought of it. Think about that. I've never even actually thought of it. Goonies, of course, I think would be quite legendary. I mean, people have been begging for a sequel for that anyway for so many years. It would be a really good idea, I think, to redo it in 3D, possibly next Christmas. Something to think about.
There we
Or
go.
Gremlins. Gremlins would be another one that would be, I think, pretty outstanding in 3D. Ninja Turtles, that'd be a good one. We could do this all day.
Oh, Lost Boys.
Lost Boys, of course, yeah. All 3 of the Lost Boys. I actually was pushing to do the 3rd one as I was an executive producer on it, so I had creative input. And I was actually pushing to do it in 3D, but the studio didn't want to do it. So.
Are you a fan of it?
Of 3D. I love it. I've always loved it since I was a kid. I love Star Wars. I love 3D. It's the perfect mix, the perfect combination.
Just hang on!
Anything that you remember making or filming that you were looking forward to seeing on the big screen and ended up on the cutting room floor?
Well, sadly, in episode 2, which will be coming out in a little while, that was the thing where we filmed 3PO, who is naked in this film. Parents, you know, if you're worried about seeing your children seeing a naked C-3PO, look away now, because it is in 3D. It is in 3D, so be warned. But at one point in episode 2, 3PO was unhappy about being naked because it's not protocol. And he explained to Padme that he was sad. And she said, oh, well, wait a minute. Here's a box of coverings. And it was Queen Padme Amidala, who dressed him up. But then there was no time for that whole storyline. We had to go off and kill Jedi or something. And so that's on the cutting room floor. And it gave a chance to look into 3PO's heart and hear how sad it was that little Anakin had gone away.
And there's a humanity to the character.
Oh, big time. Big time. And I think that's why he works as a character, because you don't expect to see humanity from a metal figure.
Anthony, it really has been an honour. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks to all the celebrities that turned out in force as we go on to do our own battle with the dark side as we enter the edit room. I'm Claire Bueno and you're watching Premiere Scene.
Wipe them out. All of them.
Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace 3D.